ready?
Can I just make a note of how hilarious it is to see?
Is it not the cutest thing ever?
I feel like Madonna right now.
You look like Madonna too, especially with the little coffee, pinkies up. Very cute, very cute. Okay, so let's go. Okay, Tori, the pressure's on.
Okay,
Go for
I'm
it.
really curious, like the day of a competition, like what does your day look like? How do you prepare?
Ooh,
Like day of.
who wants to go first? Oh, he pointed at
Me
you.
first?
Go for it. Sorry, yes.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm already messing up. Okay, so what does it look like for you on the day of a competition? How do you prepare day of?
So I think some of that depends on if I'm doing like a nighttime super fight kind of match, or if it's a daytime thing like I did yesterday. I'll tell you what I did yesterday. My weight was good, but I still did a bath in the morning because I kind of like to get the warmth in my muscles, and then a cold shower afterwards just to wake up. If I compete in the morning, I don't eat. So I didn't have any food. I just had a piece of fruit, but not like a full breakfast or anything. And just start getting kind of the music going and kind of like running through some of the positive quotes and just affirmations in my head, getting into a good place, and just trying to remember to smile a lot and be grateful, and a lot of those things that I think are important for a good mental state of mind to compete. And I come in and I do my little warm up. If I have multiple matches, I don't do as big of a first warm up. Normally, the first match is, maybe an easier match. Like I have a good seed and it's someone that I know I can handle, and so I kind of make that like my real warm up is the match itself. But I'll still move around, do a few things I like to do, and just get in my zone and take it from there. But if it's a single match at night, I will eat and I will do a longer, harder warm up where I really break a sweat and kind of like breathe hard because it's only one match. So I try to break the first win before I go out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. And for you, what does your day of routine look like when you're competing?
Yeah, it's pretty much like similar, but now most of the times I'm fighting at night. So in the morning, it's competition day. Always hard to have breakfast. So
Too nervous.
yeah, I mean that's a good thing. Even when I'm not feeling nervous, but I feel like I'm not eating, but I have to push through. Then, of course. But if I'm fighting at night, it's a little bit easier. Then after that, I like to do like activation, like similar what I'm gonna do in the fight. So pretty much like 3 rounds of 5 minutes, just to break a sweat. Then have lunch, stay in the room, watching videos. I like to watch my fights, the ones that I'm winning, right? So
Your own highlight reel, hype up.
exactly.
Yeah.
To hype me up, and then get changed, make the bag, and go to prepare the stuff to go to the arena, and time to work.
Do the job.
Yeah. And then when I get there, I try to do same thing that I do every single day before training. So I go there, do my mobility, do my warm up. Not crazy different. So stuff that I do every day. So my body used to it. One more day in the office.
Awesome. Who's next, Angie? Carmela, hi. What's your question?
What's your advice, like, how to shake off the nerves?
Yeah.
Not to compete in 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get a quick one for you. Okay, so what do you do to shake off the nerves when you're about to compete, like right before and you're feeling nervous?
Should I go first again?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first thing, remember that nerves are good. Like, it's good to feel nerves because that means that it means something, It's something important to you. And with that, it's like, okay, this is a moment for me to be able to give my best and, show my work and do something special. So once again, all kind of comes back to gratitude. What you feel now is that feeling of being alive and challenging yourself and risking, win, lose, but you go out there and you give your best. And so I try to like zone into the nerves and just harness it, channel it, use it to fire me up, remind myself what my why is, like what my purpose is, and just bring out the best of me. You know, just give me that fire, and you know, make me feel like I'm doing. There's no other place I would rather be. I'm doing what I'm meant to do and what I love to do most.
So good. And you? What do you do to handle your pre-match nerves?
Yeah, just like Lovato said, the nerves it's a good thing, it's a good sign. I still have a lot. If you don't feel it, I think it's maybe a reason to stop or make no sense anymore for you. But one thing that I still do, I remember I did my first time in 2012. That's the first year that I won as black belt. I had the conversation with myself, you know, like I asked myself why I'm doing it. And then I started having this conversation. I never had like a sports psychologist or anything, but that one thing that worked really well. And then I had the conversation with myself before the fight and made me like to see it clear. You know, I'm not doing it because of my master, because of my teammates, because of my family. I'm doing it because I choose to be here. I put myself in this spot. I left Brazil, I left my family, I left a lot of things behind to be here. So nobody's forced me to be here. So I want to be here. Jiu-Jitsu is like my passion, it's like my job, it's like my joy. So, and then all the questions start like fading away, and all the like good thoughts take over. And by the time that the ref makes the sign to step in, I'm like a different person. All the doubts go away because I found my reasons. I found my why. After that, made so much difference. So before every fight, still to this day, I go, I sit, and I have the conversation with myself. Always helps.
So good. And good luck. Go have some good fights.
And don't forget to have fun.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Yes, go have fun. Are you next, Kendall?
Yes, I am.
Oh, man.
Okay, so what tournament or even competition, match, whatever, was the hardest for you, not only like physically in the match, but also mentally, like prepping for it, just depending what it is for you?
Oh,
and then what
gosh.
did you do to overcome it?
Who wants to do this one first?
Are you going to rephrase that?
I can.
Okay. Wait, who is going first?
No, you have to.
Okay, I'll ask you a question. Now he's being bossy.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
My bad. I don't want to be the boss.
Michelle's gonna edit that out, don't worry. No, I'm just kidding. We're leaving it all in. It's a raw cut. Okay, wait, the hardest one to prepare for mentally and physically?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever. And what did you do?
Got you.
Yeah.
What was the most challenging competition to prepare for mentally and physically?
I don't know like a competition, but I can't say one fight specifically that I would say changed my life. In my head before of this fight, I knew, okay, I mean, that's what I was thinking before the fight. I know if I win the fight, I'm gonna be somebody in Jiu-Jitsu, but if I lose this fight, I'm gonna be just one more
Yeah.
among everyone. So that was my mindset. So I remember I even looked to the door at the pyramid and I saw like if I lose the fight, I'm gonna leave to the door and I never compete again. So that was like what I think before the fight. And was my fight against Rodolfo 2012. The first time that I beat him. So in my head it was like it's either like kill or die.
Yeah.
I'm not losing this one. And I remember was the best fight that I had in my career. I won, was like 8-7. And even though like even Rodolfo he say was his best fight of his career too, even he lost, but it was like a really good fight. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was like a really good. I would love to watch this fight. So that fight was the one that changed my life. Let's say like that.
And you?
Well, for me, it's a pretty easy answer because my Bellator world title fight, that it was a whole movie in itself, basically. Yeah, and it's a long story, but it was similar in the sense that it was like, you know, one of those all in, like, kill or be killed. You don't know what's going to happen. This could be the last. Is it even going to happen? All these things were going on. It was a very emotional time, and very, very difficult to get through the camp with what was going on with my medical condition and stuff. But what I like to tell people is, like, inside those camps where you have these extra adversities and these obstacles and these moments where you're like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening now? If it's an injury or life stuff or whatever is just being thrown at you, it's actually it can be a good thing, because then you grow deeper to your purpose. You get a greater sense of purpose. And, for sure, the fight's going to be hard, right? There's going to be times of adversity in the fight. And if we're dealing with that now, that can help prepare us to be stronger for when it happens, in the ring or on the mats. And that's totally what it did for me. I had no doubt of what I was there for, and what it meant to me. And it helped build me and give me strength to be able to go 5 hard championship rounds and win that last round and literally make it my best round when it needed to be. It was 2-2. I had to win that round. And really it was like that fight, as hard as it was easier than the fight just to get there. And so, that's definitely the hardest one for me as far as the build-up. Actual fight itself, that was very hard. But I had another match, a jiu-jitsu match, where I got put in a triangle, and I was in this triangle for like 4 minutes. And I had a whole deep conversation with me where I said, okay, I'm going to go to sleep if I have to go to sleep. I'm not going to tap, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And getting out of that triangle finally, and then like deciding, okay, now is going to be another match. Like, okay, I lost that part, but now I'm going to win this and finish strong. And I came back and won at the very end. That was another one of those moments where you dig deep. But, that was for a Pan title, which is a big title, not a world title, anything like that, but it's a big title. But that particular moment meant so much to me in my career, in my life. Even though it wasn't for the biggest title I ever won, it was a real moment where I had to go to the deep end. I had to dig deep, and I did it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Who's next? Oh, thank you. Yeah, go for it.
How are you guys able to control your mindset when you're heading into those later rounds in a competition? So, for example, I competed yesterday, right? And I got through the first round. In the second round, about halfway during the match, I started to feel like I was getting acid buildup in my arms and my legs.
Like fatigued, right?
Yeah, fatigued, right? And for me, that was telling me, either I'm gonna give up or I have to push to, I have to try to push myself, right? How do you mimic that training? What's some ways you guys have tried to replicate that in the training session, so that way you go into competition and it's not like you're not thrown off, right? It's not something surprising to you. It's not something you're not used to. How do you guys approach that? Because I'm sure you guys have all been through the circuit. You guys have all competed at the highest level. I'm sure you guys have ran into that pretty early in your careers. So how do you guys digest that?
It's good. Who wants to go up first? I'm gonna do.
But you say,
Bro, okay.
no,
relax,
but
relax. Okay, so.
no, I was about to answer, but
Okay, hold on. Okay, no, you're good. Okay, so how do you prepare outside of a competition for the extra physical fatigue that you feel in the competition? That has a lot to do, especially with adrenaline, when it dumps and you're getting into later rounds and you have that acid buildup in your arms and things are just different. How can you prepare for that before the competition begins? Yeah, you.
It's something that it's hard to replicate in the gym, because with the adrenaline, you don't have this in the gym, so you're not gonna feel the same thing. But of course, to be out of your comfort zone during your daily basis training, it's something that's gonna help a lot. So some days when you're really tired, when you fatigue, and you don't want to do the extra round, you should, because that's gonna be the easiest way to replicate this feeling when you don't want to train, but somebody push you to do more. So that's the days that you're gonna improve a lot. And in the competition, what I like to think is like, doesn't matter if it's the first or last round. I always think, okay, that's my last round. That I take always like that's the final round. You know what I mean? So I don't save too much to the final, because sometimes I feel like if I save it too much when it comes to the final, it messes my head. So every time I go and I try to take, okay, that's I need to get the job done. Doesn't matter if it's the first round or the last round. That's what I think. You know, it kind of helps for me, but I don't know how Lovato does. But maybe now we're gonna find out.
Now we're gonna find the secrets. All right.
Well, I think first, like in a tournament, number one, you should always just take it one match at a time. You know, because you're feeling those things, and then maybe you start thinking, oh, I still have 3 more matches or whatever, and the next guy is going to be really tough, and blah 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 blah, and you start to get in your own head about the future. Just be present right now. What can I control? What can I do? Get back to your breath, you know, and center yourself. You know, stay calm. The calmer you can be, the more relaxed your body's going to be, and the more, you know, you're going to be able to control the fatigue and, you know, whatever's going on. So, you know, try to just be present, deal with what's in front of you, and that's it. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, everyone else is going through the same thing too, right? So they're all feeling it as well, and it's just about how well you can deal with that moment and not let it affect you here. As far as like preparing for that, I think it's good to have, you know, at least one session a week where you know it's going to be really hard, you know, like a competition training where maybe you have some of those nerves built up because you know, man, at some point today, I'm going to get tired, people are going to be smashing me, and I'm going to have to go further than what I normally do. And you try to replicate it a little bit. Obviously, in your own school, there's a certain level of comfort, and you're training with your friends and all that kind of stuff. You know each other's games and blah, 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 blah. So maybe it's like, okay, I'm getting this somewhere else. So is there a wrestling room that you can go to, or a high-level judo place where you can go train? And especially when you're doing a different form of combat where your body's not used to that style of training, you're going to get sore, you're going to get tired faster, and then you have to push through it. Or maybe it's cross-training somewhere else where you're training with some different people and the nerves come a little bit, you know, and you don't know what to expect. And so if you can do things like that, that can help prepare you for that. Obviously, strength and conditioning, super important as well. Definitely, you know, get on the bike, the Airdyne, and push yourself there. I have a row machine in my academy. For this camp, for the Master Worlds, we're doing row machine sprints and then going straight into a round of training Jiu-Jitsu. So you get the lactic acid burnt up, yeah, and then you go right onto the mats and you have to do a round, you know, starting in bad positions, all that kind of stuff where you know it's going to suck, you know it's going to be hard. That's where you get strong here. You learn how to stay positive, and you deal with the body. But you can control the body if you control this.
So good. I just have one phrase that may help. I learned this a long time ago, that it was so helpful for me to tell myself that my tired just has to beat their tired. Because everyone gets tired. Like, tired's not the enemy. Fatigue, like, I used to be afraid of getting tired in a match, so I would almost feel myself like not giving full effort because I was afraid that I was going to get tired and then I was going to get in trouble. But then when I really released that, like my own, what's that called on a machine where it has like a safety? Is it a safety? Like a stoppage where you can't go further? Like anyway, whatever. There's a thing on a tool, like tools like that. When I released that for myself, like, then you find the freedom in just fighting tired. Like, you might as well just get fatigued, and then your fatigue just has to beat their fatigue because they're gonna feel it too. Like, I think you mentioned that, like, or maybe it was you. Like, everyone feels that anyway. So if I would literally say that to myself in matches, like, my tired just has to beat their tired, and I think I can get to the point where my tired can be anyone's tired in the world, and then I'm gonna be fine. So that helps me too. People, yeah, I know that people have a second win physical. For me, it's mental. I can't. I just. I don't know if it's gonna happen here, but I know I can make it happen here, and then my body will follow, like you said. Yeah, that's a good question. Who's next, Saul? Thanks for the question. How are we on time also? 5:30. Okay, we'll do one more. Okay. Yeah. Are you guys okay to do one more question? Yeah.
No worries.
Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Go for it, Alex.
Alright, so my question is, you guys have many world titles, but at one point, the first black belt world title was just a dream. So what is it like achieving your dream multiple times over, like in your lifetime? I know you guys have probably new dreams ahead of you, but what's that like to actually achieve like your life dream over and over?
Man,
multiple times?
that's a great question. So, winning your first black belt world title, because you guys have many, is a big deal. And you achieved this world dream once, but then you continue to do it over and over. So, what is it like to keep hitting that same milestone? How did that impact how your dreams were to grow from there? Who wants to go first? Go for it.
Man, that's quite the question. Obviously, that moment, you know, when you really manifest something, and it's something that took years and years and years of sacrifice, dedication, all that. That feeling of glory is like undescribable, you know, and it lets out an emotion. I remember the first time when I screamed. I'm like, I didn't even know that I screamed that way, you know. That feeling is something very special. But I think what it does is it just shows you that you are capable of making your dreams come true, you know, that anything is possible. And I think it's important to use that. And I don't want to say it's not good to be like, you know, a dream chaser, but you know, more than that, like, because at some point it's not going to be the same, right? Like, we all get old, you know, people at some point are not going to be talking about us, you know, we're going to get hurt, we're going to lose, we're going to take losses, like, things happen, right? So you can't put your sense of worth or value into your achievements, but it's like, how can I take what I learned from that and apply it in my life and help others do the same? You know, I just really try to inspire people, lead by example, by my actions. And of course, I always make goals for myself, and I believe, because I know I've done it before, I believe I can do it again and keep setting new goals, challenge myself. That's why I did MMA. I'm sure that's why he's doing it too. Because it's like, okay, what's the next greater challenge? You know, where can I grow more? You know, how can I find something else that scares me and go all in on it, you know, and keep going. But, you know, you might fall short. It might not happen. And that's okay. It's the pursuit that means everything, and who you become and how you can share that with everyone else that I think is what it's really about, you know. And people can then, you know, maybe it's not an adult black belt world title. Maybe it's a master title. Maybe it's just being in better shape. Maybe it's just being more confident, stronger, like whatever. You know, that's what it is. It doesn't mean, it's not about champion this, that, or whatever 100 times. It's just be the best version you can possibly be. You know, that's what it's all about.
And for you?
Yeah, I mean, that was...
The feeling.
It's a drug.
yeah. Yeah, no, for sure, it's something indescribable, because once you get what you really want, what you really work for, it's an amazing feeling, and it's hard to translate with words what it means. I remember, like, the first time that I won, 2012, I felt like so even impossible to... I hope everybody could feel that for a little bit, you know, to win, to conquer something that you work so hard. But at the end of the day, the next day it's gone, you know what I mean? So you can't live off that feeling. I remember after I won 2012, then I saw my friend The guy's like a godfather, like a old brother for me. He's always teasing me. He said, "Hey man, I won." He's like, "Yeah, congrats, but if you don't win again next year, people gonna say that was luck." That was his way to say congratulations. Then at the end, I was like, he's kind of right. So I have to work hard to win again. Then I did. So that was always, and always I was like finding after a win. Okay, now next one.
Chasing.
Yes, but I never had in my head like a goal, like okay. But then after I had the surgery, that the injury that changed my life, it helped me so much. Then I realized that titles wasn't like the most important thing. So I just want to get back and fight again because it was my life. But after I got like 8 world titles, I said, you know what? If I win 2 more, I can break the record. Like
Yeah.
Roger had 10 at the time. So okay, now I want to do this. And then I remember like I tied with him. But then wasn't like a thing, but became like, okay, now I want to do something that never been done. I want to be the only one to do something. And I won 2017. I think I won 11 world titles. But I was feeling so good. Then I realized it wasn't going after somebody's record or anything. Then I realized I don't care about that. I want to fight again. So for what? Then I realized I just want to do better than I did. I wanted to do better than I did last year. And then I realized that I just want to keep fighting, but I want to do better than I did, better than myself. And then I fought again, then I won, then I proved that, okay, I can do better, you know, but I wasn't going for somebody's record anymore. I just trying to be a better version than I was yesterday. Then when I realized that was different. Of course, I was really happy when I won my first world title, but it was like I really happy when I won my last one, but it was like a different person, you know, a different mindset, a different feeling. And then it was like going back to the why I'm fighting, you know, finding my reasons. And then I realized if I fight again, I would be just to feed in my ego. Oh no, just because I want to have like 14 or 15 would be ego, you know. So I think that's not, ego is not right reasons. Then I realized that maybe it's time to stop. And then that's why I started fighting MMA, because then I started like just like a new challenge. I felt like a white belt going to a sport. It really was. It's a new sport. And then it's going overall again. I'm learning. I'm getting better. I want to compete. I want to do better than I did yesterday. And it's a drug, just like you said. It's addicting. You cannot stop. I mean, my body is still going, but when I see these guys, I mean, when I saw Lovato, Cyborg, and Wagner fighting ADCC, I look and say, oh man, I have a couple more years. That's good, you know, because but sometimes when you wake up, like, I can't do this anymore. Then I see these guys like killing it. And I say, oh, cool. I have a couple more years.
That's awesome.
Thanks for the inspiration.
That's awesome.
One last question.
Yeah.
What's the best coffee you had?
Oh my gosh. The best coffee I had today for sure was Raised by Lions. Yeah.
We just had it.
So good.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Okay.
All right, last question. This guy's been waiting a long time. Thanks, buddy. Hello, sir. Good.
Nice meeting you guys. I wanted to ask you almost an awesome fight. I saw a fight. I don't know the fighter, MMA fight that you had. It was super big black guy. You guys went at it amazing. Like, this guy was like getting destroyed, and he was getting up and he was destroying him. You remember that fight, did you? An MMA fight.
The big black guy.
It wasn't like
Yeah,
a
the African guy, right?
the big guy.
Yeah, the
Oh my
African guy.
God, bro! I thought this guy was going to get killed. It was amazing. My advice is, what the advice you can give for longevity in height, 54, to continue training with this?
Ooh, there we go. Okay, so what advice would you give to someone who's 54, who is looking for longevity in their jiu-jitsu journey?
Yeah, so
Timeless, baby.
yeah,
Come
timeless.
on.
This is something I'm very passionate about. You know, talking about like as you evolve, having new sense of purpose and things that you want to pass on and help inspire people with. That's something I feel very much, a purpose for. And there's lots of different layers to it. Obviously, you have to balance things properly, as far as your hard training and how you recover and your mindset. Like, you have to control your ego a lot. But a couple things I would say. Physically, because you can't get away with what we used to, So being smarter, having a good routine for your mobility, your flexibility, recovery, awaken your body every day. Do something for your body every day. My motto is every day I want to try to get better, improve in my skill, and feel better. I want to feel better going to bed than what I did when I woke up in the morning, So just checking in and going through my process of, okay, taking care of my hamstrings, my hips, my back, my shoulders, all those areas that give me, some trouble, right? Oh yeah. I go to the gym every day before I train. So I work out before I train to turn things on, to get warm, to get the blood flowing. And no, I prefer to do it the other way. At gym, train, and then recover. Because I want my body to be awake before I'm on the mats and I need it to respond quick and be scrambly or whatever, and move in ways like jiu-jitsu is great for our bodies, but it also beats up our bodies, and so just doing something for your body every day. A lot of what I do is just like very simple, simple strength work, simple conditioning work, and then I have like several days where I'm just like going for walks, doing yoga in the pool, things that I know I'm not going to get hurt doing. They're not going to make me feel worse. They're going to make me feel better. And then you work on your technical skill, and you have your days that are like harder training days than others. I know I can't do 2 hard days in a row. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. I also don't like to train at night anymore. I have 3-year-old twins at home that wake up at 6:30 in the morning, right? I need to get a good night's rest. You prioritize things. You have to eat right, deal with the inflammation. I'm in a cold plunge every day, sauna, all that stuff every single day. So I feel better, I perform better, and I can recover and show up the next day. If there's anything that you do that keeps you from training the next day, don't do it. That's not what it's about, right? So you got to be able to move every day, and you must move every day.
3 times or 5 times? 7 times?
What? Jiu-Jitsu? I'm 5 days a week. Some of those days, multiple times. I don't do combat on Fridays and Sundays normally. But every other day.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, you can still go, but it's how you balance. Okay, I'm here again. I can't go hard again, So make it more technical, make it fun, still move, but do things outside of the academy as well, off the mats. Take care of yourself. What can you do at home? What sort of little scheduling things can you fit in? You got to do emails, do phone calls, do it at a walk, do it in an Epsom salt bath. You know what I mean? Like, how can you multitask your recovery and just keep your body feeling good? And then mentally, or technically, I would say, what are the positions where you can do this game, this technique forever? Right now, you're already on the older side of the spectrum, right? So you're probably not playing with any crazy inversion stuff right now. Yeah. So that's good. But how can you go a step further and be like, okay, I know I can do this to, the 50-year-old brown belt or whatever, and the 20-year-old brown belt, things like closed guard, butterfly guard. They can't run around if they're in your closed guard or butterfly guard, passing the half guard, right? Like, we're not going to run around in Toriano pass for the rest of our lives, but we can put our weight on people. We can slow the game down. It's all about creating a slower game. If you have a slower game, it's a more technical game. And that's where technique can prevail over the younger, athletic, more explosive person. So, focus on the things. Basically, what are the things that you can do forever? Body weight mobility, never going to hurt you. The positions, mounting someone, you know, what are you going to do? You can't move, right? You know, different ways to just create that longevity system from your technique to your mindset and to how you're taking care of your body physically. Yeah.
And probably check out Timeless Jiu-Jitsu. We have some good.
He's too young to answer this question.
How old are you?
35.
Oh man, still a baby, and I'm 27. I
30,
certainly can't answer that. I don't count. Anything else you want to add? You think you hit it all?
No, I mean, he said it all. Perfect. I wouldn't add any word to what he said.
He's an expert,
yeah.
for sure. Thank you.
I mean, one thing that I can't say is learn how to listen to your body. And everything that he said, they're going to help you to learn to listen to the body.
Yes.
The signs are always there, right? Like anytime you get hurt, the signs were usually there. Listen to your body for sure. Listen to your body. Maybe it's a day where you just, you know, take a walk, right? Just stretch, watch some videos, think about notes, take notes, you know. Maybe the things are telling you this should be more of the mental technical side, recovery side versus show up and try to battle all the young guys, you know. Definitely listen to your body, 100%, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Good stuff.